All right, go ahead.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Podcast 5, Part 2, Season 1. uh, and the first, and this is the first podcast, so we did reviews and stuff like that. But before I get into that, this is Big Mac for 90 now, doing the little opening this time, and Superman Gaming here, with me as well.
That is correct. How's today going for you, Big Mac?
Good. Now, before we jump into the discussion trains or whatever else, we decided to do this sort of we decided to change things up with the podcast.
Right, kind of like
Since
a
we
Q&A type of thing.
Yeah, and also because we ended up decided, you know what, since we're doing like turning into some sort of series, why not just have it like one person will start it like per week and such as well.
Yeah, we thought the idea yesterday when we were deciding if we should. First off, we decided we should do another podcast, and if we did, who should host it? Like, should we do it like one of us would host it each week? So that's what we did.
Yeah, and this is definitely gonna be a series from now on. So by say podcast number, let's just say 20, for example, that'll be season 1.
Actually, I was thinking more along the lines of each podcast having like 10 episodes. Kind of like what they're
That's
doing
good.
with kind of like what they're doing with Marvel on Netflix.
That's a great idea. Okay, so yeah, those are the kind of changes, and let us know in the comments below if you think of these changes are pretty good and that we should actually do them or something like that.
And also let us know if this also works for your schedule as well, because we don't want to cut into someone else's schedule and upload when they think that'll be a bad time.
Anyways, yeah, let us know what your feedback, give some feedback on this and all that stuff. So anyway, now that's out of the way, let's get started.
All right, so what's our first topic for today?
Well, I definitely gonna expand on reviews on games that we played, a bit like a thorough sort of review with that, but in doing so, we're definitely going to end up spoiling a few things. So please do not watch if you don't want to get spoiled or something like that.
I noticed that you were playing Affected the Manor, so can you give us your thoughts on that?
Certainly. Now, the game, the PlayStation VR, the VR horror game called Affected the Manor, is available on Steam, I think, but definitely available on PlayStation, like PlayStation VR. And even though it plays more of a tech demo of sorts for the VR, it's hella creepy and like terrifying, but really well worth the experience. So
so basically, what you're saying is, if you have really bad nightmares sometimes, you shouldn't play it because this will make you have nightmares and maybe soil yourself a little bit.
Yeah, and the game has so many paths to choose from, and it's really worth it. It's like you're walking in a haunted house, and you can't go wrong with that. Plus, the game features music from your favorite royalty-free music creators as well.
Such as?
COAG, I believe, and Mayu. Now I did upload. Upload a video called "Affected Manner: The Horror Experience" on my channel titled Big Mac 490. Plus, I also shared the video to Facebook, so feel free to find it any one of those, like on either platform, and you can check it out then.
It's actually a really good idea to upload to Facebook because you never know when you might get like potential viewers to your channel.
Hence why I decided to do so in the first place. So I would definitely rate it as like a good horror game to play if you're into poltergeists, haunted dolls, jump scares, that sort of thing.
And speaking of haunted dolls, if you're into that type of stuff, I got a game to recommend, but it's not in VR. And the game is called Emily Wants to Play.
Now, I never played it personally, but although I did watch gameplays of it, and I admit I am highly disturbed.
I didn't even get I didn't even get through the first hour of the game and I quit. That's no, for real. But
Another horror games that are, even though they're old, I would probably anyone who's definitely a horror fan play the Emily Wants to Play 1 and 2, Never Ending Nightmares, as well as Rush of Blood.
oh wait, you mean the VR version of Until Dawn, or?
Yeah, that one. Until Dawn, yeah. The one that our friend played.
Ah, yes, that friend.
Yeah.
I also have the game, and I gotta say, if you have a phobia of clowns, I'm not like, again, not naming any names. I'm just saying, if you have a phobia of clowns, it's probably not a good idea for you to play it.
Yeah, definitely not. It definitely it features some pretty disturbing, creepy or terrifying things in you. And because you're wearing a virtual reality headset, yeah, that's the best I can just say. Is
you know, Big Mac, the first time I actually started playing Rush of Blood, I started shooting like an old you know, like those old-fashioned sheriffs in like those like really old western movies.
Yeah.
I was literally a sharpshooter. Like I was shooting everything in sight, even shooting behind.
Well, I remember playing for the first time, and good man, I jumped a few times.
Oh yeah, same here. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, I need to do this. All right, so moving on to our next topic. We got some more games to review, also some more movies. Moving on to the movies. Big Mac, have you seen the live action version of Death Note?
No, I have not. Yeah, I have not. I don't think I didn't see the anime either.
Okay, well I'm gonna be reviewing both. Seeing as how the anime, seeing the anime so many times, I've actually decided to go ahead and review it. First, the movie. The movie is downright the worst thing that you could ever see.
I heard similar things to I heard well, one of my one of my friends actually had similar misgivings about the Bleach movie as well.
Now, Bleach is another movie that I kind of don't want to get into. For, for certain reasons.
Now, if any of you guys are not into anime and don't like care about weeb stuff, that's fine because even though I'm not, even though I myself am not really into anime, but those are just examples of live action anime being turned into a movie,
I'm
anime being turned into a live action movie. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I am also going to be comparing the movie to the live action movie to the anime, and you guys tell me down. You guys tell one of us down in the comments section if they should have did this. All right, so keep in mind, for most of you who've seen the anime, Light Yagami starts off as an honor student in Japan. He's at the top of his class for everything. Until one day he gets this death note, and he starts being known to the world as Kira, English word for killer. That's the Japanese way to say killer. So now fast forward to the movie. Here is Light Turner. Yes, the last name is different in this one. His dad is still a cop, which I could see they wanted to stick to the original storyline from the anime. But here's the thing. The Light Yagami in the anime and the Light Turner in the live-action movie, Light Yagami knows the difference between right and wrong and doesn't want to kill any of his friends that he may know from school or anyone they may not like. However, enter Light Turner. First opportunity he gets, he kills someone he knows. Doesn't go well for him. So they didn't really do good with the live action movie of Death Note. It was, in my opinion, it's one of the worst things they ever made. Oh yeah, and this whole thing, guess who it was made by?
I have no idea.
It was made by Netflix.
Netflix made the live action show of the cartoon Japanese show, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now I just want to get this out of the way real quick. For those of you who say anime is not a cartoon and seem to be defending that logic,
totally is.
It is, yeah. Like basically, anime stands for animation and
Japanese animation.
exactly, and it's just a cartoon. Like it really is. Like cartoons doesn't have to be like The Simpsons, Cyber Chase, or all that stuff. Basically anything that's cartoony, like basically, yeah, it's like anything that's animation, like computer generated animations. It's a cartoon.
Futurama also falls into that boat of cartoons as well, because keep in mind that it did come.
Wait, what does?
Futurama.
Oh right, yeah.
Even though it's set in the future, it's still animated.
Yeah. And by the way, and for those of you who think anime's real name is like weeb is offensive or something like that, it's just something that's like describes a person who likes anime. It's just someone who likes anime. That's it. It's not a rude way of calling somebody that.
Right. And
I'm just pointing it out there because I myself I'm a nerd when it comes to video games, and I don't find that offensive. So
neither do I.
No. Now moving on.
Moving back on to some more game reviews. As I said last time, I finished through The Amazing Spider-Man for the second time. I give you guys the key moments to the main storyline. Now, here's the parts that I didn't mention. The DLC storyline, keep in mind I'm still gonna be giving you just the key details, but I'm not gonna go too far into it because I don't want to go too far onto a rant because we try and avoid rants now. Isn't that right, Big?
Well, that was a first, but now I think we should probably just speak what our thoughts are. And if we do end up going on a rant, we will just control it. Like I already ran on a tangent about game streaming in the last few podcasts.
Okay, so keeping in mind after like the DLC storylines don't take place. Well, they take place after the main storyline. But the thing is, some of them also are part of a series. And what I mean by series, I mean by, like, it will say the continuation to, in this case, the Turf War DLC will be announced in Silver Lining. And the outcome of Hammerhead getting all the Sable tech will come in in the Turf War DLC. So in a way, it's all a series, basically. I will be doing some of the series. I will be doing the Spider-Man DLC storylines at some point. I just haven't decided when I should do it.
And speaking of series, I have one announcement that I am going to make, and I'm going to ask, and this is definitely going to be turned into a bit of a question as well.
All right, shoot.
Well, as you may know, I basically said a couple times, or more than once in my announcement, in the first podcast, I kind of over-announcement, and I do apologize for that. I realized I should not have done that. Was announce my channel too much because it sounded like I was desperate. But that's not what I'm trying to point out here or anything. I brought up the fact that I'm doing like a no commentary channel, but I aim to change that and to actually provide commentary into my Let's Play videos and like series and just short videos in general. So that's one change. But the question is, to all those Five Nights at Freddy's fans out there, or viewers, who all that. If you want me to do a Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted video series on my channel, which I can do, but I'm wondering if you guys want to see that.
First off, if you want my opinion, I would love to see that. I would totally watch it. That's from one YouTuber to another.
Yeah, but I do plan on doing more VR stuff. Like I may do another Affected the Manor, maybe like a part 2 somewhere down the line.
Right.
But anyway, that's just a question to the general viewers or audience of our podcast, and thank you for all your support of all the continuous podcasts and like your leaving your criticisms and thoughts, you know. Anyways,
right.
that's basically all I have to say.
On that topic, anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing I'm gonna ask you about Uh, oh crap, shouldn't have done that. I'll fix that. Uh, but yeah, the main thing I was gonna ask you was, keep in mind this is still on microtransactions. If we've over discussed that, then we won't have to talk about it. But if you feel we haven't talked about it enough, then we will talk about it a little bit more.
Well, I say I have my own opinions on the microtransactions, so I have no problem with it.
Because we both spoke about last time about like how Activision ruined Call of Duty, and I just want to expand on that a little bit more. And Big Mac, I might need your help with some information that I may not remember or that I may not know.
Sure, sure,
All
Simple.
right.
I'll gladly help.
All right. So, like I discussed in the last video, in the last podcast, like in the first part, I basically came out with the accusation that they ruined Call of Duty. And a lot of gamers out there might agree with me on this, and I'm actually sitting with one of them. I'm actually talking with one of them right now. So, Big Mac, can you give me your thoughts on the ways they ruined Call of Duty? Every Call of Duty, including like adding the microtransactions to it and making it very hard, like, to play the game without microtransactions.
Well, my thoughts on the previous games were like when I started playing Call of Duty, it was Modern Warfare 2 and all that stuff and World at War. But I didn't really have a problem playing COD, or well, not COD. Like I didn't really care about microtransactions. I didn't have a problem with it. But I most certainly, but when it came to Black Ops 4, that's when they really nailed like dug their own grave with it because of the unbalanced operators and also the overly aggressive microtransactions and the overly pricey season pass. Like and um, and the fact that you get that you're able to pay to win for weapons instead of unlocking them respectively.
That's not
Definitely
that's not true
that kills it.
progression. That's not true progression at all.
No, no, it is not. In fact, in Halo 5 Guardians, the red packs, you can actually when you the red packs are like daily unlockables, daily
Almost
unlock
like
packs.
daily challenges.
Yeah, except they're not challenges. You're just unlocking them daily, or you could buy them and unlock them that way. Basically, they give you free. They give you free weapons and skins and stuff like that. Now, I don't have a problem with pay to win. That's too much. But if it's like based on this, but if it's gonna be using the,
If it's
but if you're
gonna
gonna have
be
like but if you're gonna have like a progression system and a pay to win system, you cannot have both. You can only have one or the other.
exactly, you can't have your cake and eat it too, metaphorically speaking.
Here, I'll give you an example of some good online games that work with microtransactions and stuff like that. And that would be Star Trek Online, Warframe, uh, Neverwinter, and I'm gonna say Destiny 1 and 2. Although some people would disagree with me on those two games. But you were able to, but when it comes to Star Trek Online and Neverwinter, you have you can actually buy weapons if the weapons you're getting through progression aren't even that good.
And there's
Or you can earn them, or you can earn everything. It's by playing normally too. It's just like a decent offer, and you're not actually progressing through the game. Just buying certain equipment that you can afford.
and Big Mac, there's one more that you forgot too. That even though I was on PS3, it's that exact. it's how microtransactions actually started. On the PlayStation 3 chat room called PlayStation Home.
I remember that, and it was loaded with stuff you had to pay real money for.
See my
But
point?
I
But
but I
see
never
my
pl-
point?
I never played it very much. I didn't play it very much at all.
Even though you didn't play it, but do you see my point I'm trying to make?
Oh yeah. Until the PSN got hacked in 2011.
Oh, boy, that was a shit show. Pardon my language, but it was.
No, it's true. No, you're right. You got that right. I mean, it was. I mean, this so-called hacker group called Anonymous, hacked Sony's networks and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, wasn't the PS down for like a month after that, or a couple
I
of
have no
months?
idea. I can't remember if it was or not. I really don't know.
All right, so moving on, like moving away from microtransactions, uh, we got another movie to review, and Big Mac, would you also like to introduce the movie that we're about to review?
Well, the movies I definitely want to I would like to review are some of the on a couple of the remakes.
Okay, such as.
The new RoboCop movie, and the new Star Trek film.
Okay, well, the Star Trek you'll only have to talk about because I don't really know much about Star Trek to know, like, anything about the movies and everything, so you're solo on that one.
That's fine because like just a short review. As for the RoboCop movie review, I am definitely gonna be a bit. I'm definitely gonna review it a bit more though.
And I remember most of the movie because I had the movie on DVD, so I'll help you on some parts that you can't remember. Alright, so first off, why don't we discuss RoboCop, and then I'll let you discuss the Star Trek.
All right.
So the way RoboCop starts out, uh, you have a regular guy doing his protection and serve duty until an accident happens and he basically is barely alive. So they decide to have. So he talks with his wife. He gets entered into this special experiment program to replace any broken parts or whatever with robot parts. So he decides to do this. Keep in mind, he was barely alive at this point.
Oh yes, I remember that.
And
But they didn't. But they didn't so much as replace, more like replace his whole 90% like 80% of them pretty much.
yeah, because at the scene where they revealed to him how much was damaged, it literally almost made me puke. That's how bad it was.
Wait, are you talking about just showed the spinal cord, the brain is like this is normal human face, and the organs like the lungs? Is that it?
Yes, that almost made me puke.
I'm surprised they had the balls to show that.
Wow, I get the joke.
No, that was not a joke. I mean, serious. I'm surprised they showed that.
All right,
By
so
the way, I'm
where
trying to
were
find some,
we?
I'm trying to find a darn fence.
All right, so where were we in the discussion of RoboCop?
Well, you said where they revealed to him only his spinal cord, his face, and his lungs, and you said you lost it on that part.
Oh yeah, like I nearly lost the popcorn I was eating. I nearly threw up in the theater. Uh,
Yeah, and I'm the yeah. So
all right. So now Big Mac is going to be talking to you guys about the the Star Trek movie that came out. So Big Mac, take it away.
thanks. Well, even though I never saw the original, the old Star Trek film called Wrath of the Khan, I kind of picked that up when I was watching the Into Darkness. And I must say, it was a good movie, but I did not. There was one thing I did not understand is why one of the starships nearly destroys the Enterprise in the film,
Okay.
and why the Captain Kirk uh like they had him like always angry almost all the time against Khan.
Ah. So you're basically the basic rage story, pretty much. Like he's pissed at something, but he has to find what
Now I
he's
will
pissed
say though
about.
the intro almost made me wonder what the heck was I even watching.
I felt that a couple of times.
Because I saw two female characters. They were like cat girls, basically. I'm not being no, I'm not trying to be sound weird or anything. There's actually an alien species in Star Trek that are basically cats. I saw that in the movie, and I'm like, what? And okay, and that's all I'm gonna say for now because I don't want to, and for obvious reasons here. But that definitely made me rethink what I was watching for a second until it got to the good parts.
Huh,
But it's definitely hangs in my head for a while, and you probably know what I'm talking about if you saw it.
uh, now, another movie that I would like to review,
Ugh.
even though I got like 30 minutes into it, the Netflix movie called I Am Mother. It's
Is that a sci-fi robot film or show or something?
sci-fi robot, yeah. So like the way this starts out is like this robot called Mother is being put together, and then she has like a bunch of humans frozen in like little, I don't know what you call them, but basically like frozen ball, like she has them in like frozen water pretty much, like ice. And from what I gathered from the trailer, like the human world outside was fine. She just didn't want her daughter to leave the shelter and meet humans her own age. So it was too slow. It was just too slow.
I remember my parents watching that. Even though I never cared to watch it myself, I pretty much predicted the like who the villain was in the whole thing.
And another movie that I'd like to review also is called The Orphan. You've seen that, right?
Okay, now that one I'd never even seen nor heard of.
Okay, so it's really fucked up. Like these like the parents already have a little girl, and they adopt this other teenage girl, she starts off fine at first, but then she starts getting all weird and shit, and starts doing some inappropriate things with her adopted father. So guess what she tries to do? Tries to get
Simple.
yeah.
As much as I hate to say this, even though we're trying to keep this restriction free a bit, I am going to have one restriction, and that is that we are never going to reveal any our podcast in our podcasts, especially future ones. We are not going to discuss anything that will sound suggestive of any
This
theme whatsoever.
first
Just so you
off,
know.
first off, this is not suggestive in any way. Second of all, if you think this is suggestive, you may have had the thoughts for years, and you might not have noticed it.
I'm only saying it just in case, you know.
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah.
my final thing I'm gonna say on it is she tries to basically get her mom in big trouble. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about it. So that movie was, in my opinion, one of the worst movies that they could ever make.
Now, moving away from reviews for now, we're gonna discuss some other topics, like say, on video games and like a history lesson, you know.
But we're not gonna get too far into the history lesson to like put anyone to sleep.
No, but I mean stuff we may have touched on before, but never fully got a chance to, you know.
All right, so I was in a little bit of like history, like from the games that I created myself. I create belts on WWE for my character for each character to compete for. The last belt I made and decided to put up was called basically Dead Man Walking. It was for the Undertaker. It was designed for the Undertaker. So
All right.
I did that. Did a Hell in a Cell. Did a Hell in a Cell tournament, and it turned out perfectly, actually. Keeping in mind that each of these superstars were harder and harder to beat, including the US president, because you can get the US president as a DLC character.
You can actually get a president as a DLC character?
Yeah.
Like what? Trump?
Yup.
Oh wow. Huh. That's interesting.
As well as some other like superstars that you may or may not like, such as Holly Holm, who was in the UFC at one point. That's all I'm gonna say about her because she is one of my favorite fighters.
Now, simple. Is there any other topics you wish to touch on, or do you feel like we touched on discussed enough for it today?
I do have a bit of news actually before we end this for today. I will be starting a new series for WWE 19. Even though it's been out for a while, I'm gonna be doing like some tournaments each day and recording them, and then I'm gonna be uploading them to the channel so you guys can see some of the title opportunities that I put up.
Awesome.
Is there one last thing that you'd like to announce there, Big Mac, or is that all?
Well, I am going to make one thing one announcement I going to be doing is that I will be doing more VR games someday. Someday, I just have to figure out how to do it. And my first effective manner is out on my channel titled Big Mac 490 and Facebook, as I previously mentioned. And you can expect more and maybe some more VR games. But my question still stands on the FNAF one. Like, I don't know when I'm going to do it, but
Okay,
hopefully I have enough motivation to do it, I guess.
like I said, I'd love to see a FNAF video. But
Hmm.
again, that's just my opinion. Alright,
Yeah.
guys. Well,
Anyways, thank you so much for listening.
this is Simpleman Gaming and
Big Mac 490.
signing off for today. And we'll be talking to you guys in the next podcast. So please stay tuned for that.
Yep.
And we'll be talking to you guys at a later point. Peace.